boots on the ground, putting it down. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. Welcome back to the Stock Scoop. I'm Mickey Dee, home of the Baby Knockout. I'm the founder, creator of the Baby Knockout newsletter, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most successful newsletters out there. It is wonderful to have you on board. We're going through bull markets right now, and we have a bull market in uranium. We have a bull market in rare earths. But what happens when you run across a company that has an element of uranium and has an element of rare earths? Is it super fire? Is it a to the moon company because it has a little bit of both? We'll talk about it here in a minute. But as you know, the scoop is for your education, your entertainment, your information only. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I'm an author, I'm a researcher. I put it in black and white, so you'll have it for days, weeks, and months to come, ladies and gentlemen. And you can look in the books and look in the articles and everything. You can say, hey, Mickey D was right here. He was wrong here. He was right here. He was wrong here. So critics will be critics. Haters will be haters, right? It is what it is. So we like to have fun on the show, and that's what we'll do. We'll have a little fun today. But this baby knockout that I want to tell you about has been on our radar for a long, long time, and it's been good to us. We started piling it when it was under $1. It's gone up considerably now. We're full disclosure. I'm still holding on thousands of shares, and don't cry for me. I've been with this company for a very long time. They're friends of the scoop, and we love them, and we think they're going much, much higher in the long run. Now, we've bought and sold this stock over 40 times over the last years. But that doesn't mean anything because I've told you that when it gets to a certain level, I'm going to sell it again for the third time. Well, not so fast. Not so fast. Let's take a look at this company. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe also, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's take a look at this company. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Stock Scoop. I'm Mickey D. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful week of trading, ladies and gentlemen. The company that I wanted to talk about was Energy Fuels. Now, we go way back with Energy Fuels from the 04 to '07 uranium bull market. This was one of our favorite companies, Energy Fuels. Unfortunately, I only had 25 shares of this company when it rose up to roughly $240. Past performance is not indicative of future performance, but it did very, very well under another friend of the scoop, CEO, George Glazier, who's running Western Uranium and Vanadium right now. So we know he's got a proven track record, just like the CEO now, Mr. Chalmers, has a proven track record. So we've got great management in these companies, ladies and gentlemen. And this company, Energy Fuels, let's take a look at some things. It's Denver-based Energy Fuels is a global critical minerals company poised to provide 10 of the 50 critical minerals the world needs today's technology and beyond. Utilizing 45 years of history in uranium, we leveraged our expertise, permits, and facilities to bring key elements to the global supply chain. Now, they are they're an original, of course. They're an original baby knockout. We got them under $1. We thought they were the leading producer in America when it came to uranium. So we thought, well, the rare earth is a bonus. And maybe 3 or 4 years ago or so, I reported in the Baby Knockout newsletter that if they could pull this off and get production going of rare earths and get with their white mesa mill and get processing and everything of their rare earths, then they were going to be a super, super duper company. And I said maybe one day they will be another baby knockout that will pay us dividends. So they look like they're on that track right now. You can go to their website. I'll leave that information for you. They've got it going on. This company is what I feel one of the best uranium companies out there. And I know a couple weeks ago, I showed you an article of the Motley Fools saying that it should be sold, and I told you guys I disagree with that with Energy Fuels. So being sold, and they said that Next Gen was a better pick overall than on paper, I guess, than uh, Energy Fuels. But unfortunately, however you want to look at it, the investment world thinks differently sometimes when they see things on paper and they see the reality of it. Because the news today, the big news, and why it's up really big, is because they've gotten this thing off the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Their Energy Fuels now producing heavy rare earth element oxides. We'll take a look at that article here in a second. But let's look at some highlights. So number one in the USA uh, in production, 2/3 of all uranium in in the USA since 2017. They've done it. Three of the heavy sands. We'll talk about that. 10 million plus uh, uranium capacity. Um, two licensed uranium production facilities. Just the highlights. Just the highlights. Rare earths for 1 to 6 million electric cars. 81 million pounds of measured and indicated uranium resources, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking hot sectors. We're talking uranium and rare earths. We're talking lasting generational wealth here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're talking about. Let's take a look at today's news here, which has put the stock up. We'll take a look at the chart here in a second, but it's gone since the stock kind of gone way up here. Uh, Energy Fuels now producing heavy rare earth elements oxides. I'm not gonna go through the article for you guys, but today is the day when they've got a pilot program. It's been reported on the news and everything that they're going to be scaling up and doing what they need to do by the mill. With the little modification, they're looking at uh, really scaling up uh, the separation here. Separation, sorry, Q4 2026, ladies and gentlemen. But the production decision is going to be made here pretty soon, and I'm sure that uh, Washington might have something to say about it. We say, Jarvis, we'll produce if they give us some dinero. So we want Washington come with the dollars, and you get an answer, man. So they're into. Some people are into kind of that. Well, we won't say they're into blackmailing because nobody's into blackmailing, but they have demonstrated. Energy Fuels has demonstrated that they can get the job done. So that's all Washington needs to know. Cut them a check and and forget all the nonsense, man. Cut Energy Fuels a check so they can get this thing done fast, like now. We need these rares now. Let's take a look at the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at Energy Fuels here. You know, no longer under a dollar, but it's doing very, very well. As you can see here, we've crossed over. This black right here is the 13 day. You see this red here? That's the 48 day. This purple, this is the 200 day. Once we cross over, we cross back. I let you guys know we've been following it the whole time. Once we're showing signs of major strength, ladies and gentlemen, as we've got this cross of the 48 crossing over the 200. Can you guys see that? That red, they're crossing over that purple. Some would call it the golden cross, the 50 days, got no 20 days, golden cross. You don't know your terms. Shut up. Excuse me. Ooh, man, got loose there. Anyway, we've been doing this for like the last 40 years. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I call it a clean breakout with a beautiful stock, with good management, that has a lot of money in the bank, that can execute. But Washington writing them a check like they've done everybody else. Well, MP Materials is getting all the love, but this is where the love should be, right here with Energy Fuels, ladies and gentlemen. They control the mill, Energy Fuels, and they can do as about as many critical minerals as MP Materials, in my opinion. In my opinion, I've researched them both. Of course, you guys know that. But we are looking a little stretched here, so we can come down a little bit with Energy Fuels. But we do like this stock, and like I said, Molly Fuel said, Molly Fools there, Yahoos, they say, hey, we like next gen over UUUU. So, you know, hey, we've got the best of both worlds. We've got rare earths and we've got uranium with Energy Fuels. I'm not a betting man, but if I was in Las Vegas and I don't think I'd crap out with Energy Fuels, ladies and gentlemen. Let's turn this thing around and let's finish up. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting just the last drop in. Sorry about that. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great week of trading. Um, what I wanted to leave you with something. Energy Fuels, UUUU. I believe now, as I believed before, that Energy Fuels is one of the class acts in this business, and this stock is going to do very very well because I've watched them every step of the way, and they're not in their stride right now. In about 6 months, this company is going to hit its stride, man. About 6 months, 7 months or so, it's going to really be ramping up, and doing his thing, man. Because you guys don't know, he's a hard worker. CEOs, he's taking a lot of crap. He's taking a lot of crap, but he's on his game right now. He's on his A game, and make sure that because I bug people from time to time. So he's on his A game, and I believe this time, I've sold it. I've sold it two times at roughly 10 or 11. And when it was in the fours, I told you guys it was going back up to 10 or 11. You'll have a chance to. So I just didn't know it would be 90 days later or so, 6 months later. But here we are. Uh, and it's going up. But I think this stock is going much higher. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. Not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I'm an author, I'm a researcher. You guys can look back on this just like you can any of the other videos in the playlist, and you can look at stuff with UU in it, with Energy Fuels in it, and you'll see I haven't been too far off. I've been right there. So I appreciate you guys, all of you. I don't take you for granted. I want you though to make money. I want you to get paid. I want you to get it broken off in these bull markets, because that's what traders, that's what investors, that's what us in the market, that's what we wish for. We wish for stocks just to go climbing to the moon. And oftentimes they don't do that. Stocks go up and stocks go down. But with the the West dependence on rare earth and critical minerals, and China saying no mas, no mas, there's a little opportunity here. They're not giving us any. There's a little opportunity before the market gets saturated, because what's going to heal high prices? Supply. So when the supply comes in, then the prices are going to be lowered. But right now, there's no supply. So you got company A, company B, company C, company D. Really, that's really all you don't have a lot, is what I'm saying. There's not a lot. They're not gold stocks where you've got a lot of stocks that can do well, or silver stocks. You've got less than gold stocks that can do well, or uranium stocks. You've got a pool of uranium stocks that can do well. There's not a lot, you know, rare earths, but very rarely, it's rare to have a company on its A uranium game and its A rare earth game. Now that's a winner, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got to say about this one. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe. We'll have go over and get you a free silver book. I'll put a silver book up there. Strip wouldn't mind. Strip is already. He said, Mickey D, go ahead and he's had some. We will pray for him and his family. We wish them well. He's had some issues. That's why he hasn't been able to appear on the show. But he did let me know. Go ahead, you guys go over and get a free silver book, one of his silver books, and he'd appreciate it. And we all would appreciate it. Love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed week. So great to hear from you, Mark. So great to hear from all you others. Thank you for re-upping on the Baby Knockout newsletter. As you know, you can go to any video. It's only $99 a month. You can cash out Mickey Dee 100. You can cash Mickey Dee 100. You can go to PayPal. Only $99 for the year. $99 for a year. Oftentimes I say a month. That's because at one point in time it was $300 a month. Now it's $99 for the year. For the year. That's why I say, man, oh man, it feels good though to pay it forward and have so many people doing so well. It feels good. Love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family, ladies and gentlemen. When you need strength, you need energy, you need support, look up, ladies and gentlemen. That's where your strength, energy, and support is going to come from. God bless you all.